A 10-year-old in West Palm Beach facing a camera.
Something grabbed me, so I'm like, "Don't you touch me!"
After facing off with a shark. Student journalists receiving much-deserved recognition. Plus, Art Week is in full swing with the network taking you there live.
The whole atmosphere here changes, it's like the center of the art world right now.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Julian Davis.
And I'm Kenya Cardone. Today is Thursday, December 1st of 2022.
Live from the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
Without art, you cannot spell party. And this weekend, South Florida has a lot of both. Do you feel that, Kenya? Art Basel is in the air.
Absolutely. It's the 1 week of the year that it's okay for Miami to get a little less beachy and a little more leafy. But don't take my word for it. The network's Valeria Ulmos is live in Miami Beach with a little show and tell.
We're here in front of the Miami Convention Center just a few hours before the 20th edition of Art Basel Miami Beach. Here we have the whole city patiently waiting for beautiful art from all around the world and in hopes of finding some celebrities. But Art Basel is not the only exhibit that's worth your time. We took a step inside yesterday, Design Miami, to catch a glimpse of what's in store for Miami's beach. Miami Art Week rounds up artists from all around the world and brings them to Miami to celebrate the creative community. And in the spirit of celebration, the famous gallery Design Miami is hosting an exhibit based around celebrating a tomorrow of our own creation.
When there's a lot of art in this city, all the community gets a lot of new knowledge. I think it's fascinating how the whole city changes. The whole atmosphere here changes, it's like the center of the art world right now.
The inspiration for their art can go far and wide, from their family history to their everyday lives.
I wouldn't be an artist if it wasn't for my family. And, I find it very inspiring, like the stories that they have. And when I started my fashion brand, I started it because I wanted to speak my family name alive, because I just feel like there's a lot of African stories that are just swept away by time, and I just wanted to speak them alive and almost tell the little stories.
We spoke to Miami native Esteban Betancourt, who's an up-and-coming artist that came to Design Miami to see the latest trends in the art world.
It's a great opportunity to network, a great opportunity to be inspired and see what people are creating. So I think it's always been a great opportunity for Miami to showcase its architecture, its local artists, and also artists from all around the country.
Miami Art Week is a special opportunity to let you feed your creative mind and let your eyes wander through a gala of textures, technology, and talent. Design Miami is not going to be the only gallery with its doors wide open, so make sure to go out in the city and explore and get lost in the art. Live from Miami Beach for South Florida Media Network, I'm Valeria Ulmos.
A brave 10-year-old girl confidently fights back against a shark attack. Jasmine Carney was having fun at South Beach when a shark started coming right at her. She felt a grab and was quick to act.
I fought a shark and won. Something grabbed me, so I'm like, "Don't you touch me!" It looked pretty big, and it was gray. It hurt, so I'm like, kick it, run away.
She came running up the beach where she got help from her grandmother. Jasmine was flown to Palm Beach Children's Hospital at St. Mary's, where she stunned the medical staff with her positive attitude. When asked, she confessed her little brother Jackson was the person that inspired her to remain calm through all of it. After trying to continue their 3-game win streak, the Miami Heat had their 12th loss of the season on the road against the Boston Celtics. This was the second time these two faced off since the NBA semifinals last year, and so far, the results have remained the same. The Heat could never take the lead from Boston, although they were just 8 points behind in going into halftime. The final score was Heat 121, Celtics 134. The two teams will face off again tomorrow at 7:30 p.m.
There was a special visitor at the Heat game as well, Julian. William and Kate were spectating the game. The Prince and Princess sat courtside along the Celtics side, and this was their first trip to the US in 8 years as controversies with racism simmer back over the pond.
Florida's governor getting to tell his own story.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
We are very happy because in this edition we include people that are alumni from FIU like Eris Cuesta, Carolina Sarasa, and Pamela Silva.
In the room for last night's NAHJ Voces del Periodismo Awards. Now, Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase.
Okay, so
my parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Was it just the first line I was supposed to do? Because I was like,
with Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Yeah.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
I help our fellows design their paths as creative entrepreneurs. My experiences serving startups, creative businesses, and cultural organizations, and my journey as a queer mixed immigrant with Haitian and Arabic roots, inform the co-creative environment we foster at Radcliffe. We leverage our collective diversity to encourage the building of lifelong personal learning networks and mindsets that stimulate continuous innovation.
Big night. Some of South Florida's best young journalists getting recognized for their hard work. Last night, FIU's Biscayne Bay campus played host to the NAHJ Voces del Periodismo Awards.
I hope you're dressed for the occasion because the network's Abdul Jabbar has your front seat row.
FIU is celebrating Voces del Periodismo, an award show to celebrate journalists around Florida, hosted by National Association of Hispanic Journalists.
The Nash Association provided live music, food, and much more for the guests.
So we are the National Association of Hispanic Journalists, the FIU chapter, and the president, and we honor today the student report, and photograph report, print report, and audiovisual report. We are very happy because in this edition we include people that are alumni from FIU like Eris Cuesta, Carolina Sarasa, and Pamela Silva.
At the award ceremony, the winners were honored, and the judges and other journalists gave their closing remarks and suggestions.
I dedicate this award towards my mom and my dad. Their hard work has made me be able to get to the place that I am here today with their help and encouragement and support.
This event was hosted by Univision journalists Carolina Sarasa and Eric Cuesta, and more than 9 students were awarded.
I just love the name, Voces del Periodismo. Voces, it means voice, and that's what we do every day. We are a voice for those that don't have one, and I think it's great to see a lot of students that they are students and they're even getting recognition for their work.
Another successful edition of Voces del Periodismo, where students were recognized for their talent and hard work. For South Florida Media Network, Abdul Jabbar.
Amid a 2024 presidential run, Governor Ron DeSantis is planning on publishing a book early next year. A person familiar with the matter says the governor would be releasing an autobiography titled The Courage to Be Free, Florida's Blueprint for America's Revival. The book is set to be published by Broadside Books, and it is already listed on their website. Well, that's all the time that we have for Newsbreak. I'm Kenya Cardone.
And I'm Julian Davis. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.